Hello, my friends, and welcome to another math video. All right, we are still talking about 3D shapes because shapes are fun and they're cool. So let's get right to it. Let me switch over to my other camera. I wanted to be able to show you the shapes a little bit better this time. So let's go through them one by one. We're looking at the rectangular prism. Let's count how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 sides. Now let's count how many vertices there are, or how many corners. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, so a rectangular prism, even though it has 6 sides, it has 8 vertices. That's different from our 2D shapes. Remember, our 2D shapes, however many lines there are, that's how many vertices. That's one of the differences of 3D shapes. Let's look at another shape. So let's look at our cube. Let me make my camera bigger here. Our cube, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. How about our rectangular prism? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you see that? Now it's kind of hard because I'm twisting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about for our pyramid? Remember, our pyramid is our triangle where all the sides are the same. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Can't forget about the bottom. How about our cone? Remember, our cone is smooth around the edge. That does not count as a side. So we only have one side or one face for a cone. How about for our cylinder? Well, same rule. Since it's smooth and just one circular line all the way around the cylinder, we only have 1, 2 faces or 2 sides. And finally, we have our sphere, which is our ball. A sphere has no sides. So there's 0 sides or 0 faces for a sphere because it's just one circular, continuous line. Okay? As a reminder, this poster is on our virtual classroom. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot what Mrs. Sae-Wong called each one of these shapes, you can go to our poster in our virtual classroom, and it shows us our sphere, our ball, our rectangular prism, our cube, our cylinder, cone, pyramid, and triangular prism. Now all of these you can tell are 3D shapes except for the sphere and the cone. We just have to remember the cone has that face on the bottom. And the sphere, do you see how it has a little shadow? That's how you know it's not just a circle, but it's actually a sphere or a ball. That tells us that there's a ball and the shadow from the light is on the ground. Okay, so this is available in our classroom. Please go back and look at it and reference it as much as you need to. Okay, today we have a little bit of a quick check. I want to see how you're doing with understanding your shapes. So in our, a sphere is rolling away off my desk. In our math work number 3 book, we are going to complete a page in here. So go ahead and hit pause, go grab your math work number 3 and a pencil, and come back when you are ready. All right, if you're back with me, hopefully that means you have your math work number 3. We're going to open up to page 7. Page 7 is our shapes checkpoint, page 2. So we did page 1 already. Now we're going to work on page 2. There we go. All right. I'm going to keep moving forward. If you need more time to get your book and your pencil and turn to page 7, just hit pause and come back when you're ready. So number 3 says, draw a shape with 4 corners and 4 sides that are all the same length. What is the name of your shape? So if it has 4 corners and 4 sides, I'm going to give you a hint. This is a 2D shape. Because remember, all of our 3D shapes have more corners than they do sides. Just as my hint. So 4 corners and 4 sides means you're going to give me a 2D shape. You're going to draw it, and you're going to tell me the name of it. And just as a reminder, our 2D shapes are also on our class page. Let's go there real quick so we can make sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. All right, so in our teams, we go to our daily work, and then we go to our virtual classroom. I know everybody knows this by now. But do you see in our virtual classroom how I have some little sticky notes here on the wall? Well, we have our punctuation chart to help with our ELA. We have our 2D shapes chart, and we have our 3D shapes chart. So if you click on your 3D shapes chart, it's going to bring up that chart we have been talking about and sharing together, okay? But for this first question, when we are talking about 2D shapes, if you click on your 2D shapes chart, here is our chart from a couple days ago. So which one of these shapes has 4 sides and 4 corners? So this chart is here to help you. Both of those charts are here to help you, actually. And that is why I have them on our classroom wall. So that's what these are. If you were wondering, if you're not sure, like, oh, Mrs. Sae-Wong just put some new pictures up. Well, they're there for a reason, my silly friends. Okay? All right, so let's head back over to today's assignment. I have too many things open now. This is what happens with Mrs. Sae-Wong's crazy computer. Here we go. All right, so back to page 7. Number 3, you're going to draw that shape with 4 corners and 4 sides that are all the same length. What is the name of your shape? So you're going to draw me the picture and you're going to tell me the name. Then for number 4, and hit pause if you want to work on this while we're talking about it, or if I'm going too fast, always hit pause. Number 4 says Sarah has all these different kinds of shapes in her set of blocks. Those are a lot of blocks. She has lots of each shape. Now, this is where you need to have your pencil handy so you're listening to what I'm reading and you can answer this while we're talking about it. I want you to put a circle around the cube. So circle the cube. Which one is the cube? Give me a circle. Next, I want you to draw a red line under the cylinder. So if you have a red crayon, great. If you don't and you need to use your pencil, I'm okay with that. So, but draw a line under the cylinder. So which picture is the cylinder? And then for C, here's what I want you to do. Put an X right through it. And then for D, we're going to put an X right through it. Because normally I would give you blocks at school and you could use these to build them so that you could see it. It's very hard to look at these pictures and answer that question, so we're not going to worry about it. So C and D, X's through them. So on this page, you answer question 3 and question 4, A and B. And that's it for page 7. Kind of easy, right? When you're like, oh man, Mrs. Sae-Wong's giving us more worksheets. If you want to try to answer C and D, go for it, but we're not even going to read them because I don't want you spending a lot of time thinking or worrying about them. So answer 3 and 4, A and B, and then send me a picture when you're all done. Then, so we have 2 assignments today for math. Then we have a boom card activity. I'm enjoying boom cards because I think that you all are doing amazing. And it looks like everybody's understanding things and understanding how to get in there, so hopefully that is true. You are going to have the identify 3D shapes, real life objects. So we're going to click on that. It's going to ask you to identify the shape of the object above. So what is it pointing to? What shape is this? I'm going to give you the first one. It is a cone. Look, and I get my green check mark. The next one, identify the shape of the above object. Is it a rectangular prism, a pyramid, a cylinder, a sphere? You pick which shape it is. Okay, just like with all of our other boom cards though, I don't want you to click skip or move on until you have found the right answer. So even if you have to click all 4 to get to the right answer, I don't want you to leave the card until you get that green check mark up here in the corner. That way I know you are learning. Even if you didn't know at first, hopefully by the time you're done clicking on the answers, you will find the right one, and then that will help you practice and learn our 3D shapes even more. Okay? And as always, when you're all done with your boom card, just go into Seesaw, Give me a thumbs up, say I'm all done, send me a typed message, whatever you want to do, just let me know you're done and I can go in and see how well you did. That's it again for our shapes math lesson today. You have a lot of work to do, so I'm going to keep my talking short. Everything you need is in the video, but if you have questions, always let me know. We're going to keep talking about shapes during our class meetings, so that's another great time to ask questions if you are stuck. Otherwise, have fun with your shapes. Get me pictures of page 7 when you're done, and then let me know when you're all done with your boom cards. And I'll see you later. Bye, friends.